Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Silas back again today on this fantastic day. I'm out here at my place. I'm hooking up to Sean's trailer. I'm hoping to get the farm cleanup done today. We'll see what happens. Probably won't happen. It never does. But for sure, tomorrow we'll be done. But let's get busy. I don't know when my truck will be done to pull this trailer again. But I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of my chains and my cable off of this here. That way I have some stuff to hold down, tie downs for his trailer. And I don't think I have my straps here. I think all my straps are still in the back of my Dodge, so I won't be able to get my straps. I do have one of Sean's straps on the trailer still, and with 2 chains that should be plenty, because like I say, I'm not really hauling anything real big home, just a bunch of random odds and ends stuff from that farm cleanup. So I'm going to grab these off of here, hook up to the trailer, and we're going to head out. And we made it out here. He emptied my dumpster this morning, so that's good news. I'll be able to work on filling this one here. Like I said in my previous vlog, this will not be a heavy dumpster here. The main purpose of this dumpster here is I wanted to be able to get rid of those big fuel tanks they have out back. I checked them all yesterday. They're all empty, so I can get rid of all these out here. So I'll be able to smash those up a little bit, throw them in here. And then I've got these 2 little pieces of farm equipment here. And I believe there's a little bit of stuff in that building over there. So not really a whole lot of stuff left. There's a couple barbecue grills by the house. Basically just be a cleanup load to get this last dumpster out of here. Packed all the cool stuff in this little horse trough here. The bottom of this thing's rusted out a little bit, so I put some wood down at the bottom to hold it together. I figured to make a good container to haul this stuff home. The batteries I'll just load up in the truck. And those 2 there, that's the good stuff. That's all those spark plugs. And here's an old stoplight. And that little jewel thing. A bunch of old furniture casters, wooden ones, steel ones, porcelain ones. Pretty neat stuff, so I figured I'd just set those in the cab. But I think it's pretty well done in here. I think I got it all out. So now all that's left to do is gather stuff up. There is a bunch of electric motors in that barn still. I'll have to back the truck in the door over there. That way I can load those up. I was kind of hoping I had help for that, but if I don't have help, that's okay. I'll do it myself. I'll be worn out at the end of today, that's for sure. But what I think I want to do is set that horse trough on kind of towards the back. That way I can get it back off fairly easy. And then I'll stack some of this bigger stuff on the front half of the trailer. Then I'll drive over here and load those batteries up and some other stuff in the bed of my truck. And then I'm going to get the dumpster loaded. So I'll just do a handful of things here. And then I'll head back home and unload and come back out and do some more. Probably going to need at least 2 trips, not counting the truck. In fact, it might take 3 trips just because I have these 2 big pieces over here. I don't know exactly how those are going to fit on the trailer very well. That one piece there is probably going to be a load by itself. I can probably get it on there. Maybe some of those other pieces over there. So I don't know. I'll figure something out. There we go. I got quite a bit loaded up. Got the back of my truck loaded full. I do have a couple empty spots though. So I figure right here, I can get this wagon in. And I got that welder over there I saved for all the copper in it. I figure I can get it up on the front of the trailer. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire the skid steer up, gather up a little bit of the scrap that's laying around still, and load up the rest of the trailer, then head back into town. Come in here and grab these barbecue grills and this little smoker. And I think that's about everything up here. There's an old front axle in here, probably out of an old square body or something like that. And there's a transfer case and a little bit of other heavy iron right here. I want to gather what I can up. There's some more in this building, but a lot of this is gonna have to wait in this building until I tear it down, because it's almost impossible to get to it without moving tons of trash. And today is gonna be my last day out here, so I've just got to get done whatever I can get done today. I've got about 1,500 pounds in the dumpster. I've got these 2 little things here. There might be a couple 100 pounds between the 2 of these. And then I've got those 3 tanks. Those will weigh about 1,000 pounds. And then there's a little bit more iron laying around. So that's only 3,000 pounds. I need to find at least another 1,000 pounds to pay for the dumpster and the fuel. So I'm gonna go dig around in the weeds and trees and see if I can find some more. Got these old iron wheels here, and I got that tub there. That tub, all that cable, I can't send that, but the tub I can drag out, so that'll be a little bit more weight. I'm gonna hang on to these iron wheels, put that centerpiece on that one over there. I can probably bust it out of there and scrap it. So I'll gather up enough weight to get at least a couple tons in that dumpster. There we go. I found a little bit more stuff just scattered around here and there, odds and ends trinkets. So I think by the time I put those tanks in there, we'll be up to the 2 tons that I need. Got them all in there. I still have quite a bit of room in the middle of the dumpster up on top. So if I could find something else to put in there, I may go ahead and scrap that big pipe that I saved from the last cleanup. I don't really need it. It's handy to have when you have it, or when you need it, I mean, and it's expensive to buy when you need it, but I don't need it, so I'll just take it home and it'll sit there in the way for a long time. So I may go ahead and just pitch it. I don't know, we'll see. Got a little bit of stuff down here on the ground, and I am not gonna miss this big dip right here in the ground. This is where when I first started, there was a piece of iron laying here, and I dug it out of the dirt, and that has been a nightmare, and it's been getting deeper and deeper. So now when I hit that, boy, it throws me for a loop. But I don't have to deal with that no more. I'm gonna get everything chained down on this load, run it back to town, come back and get one more load. I should be able to get the rest of the small stuff in one more load. And then I've got this truck. I can get the truck on the trailer. I'll just have to set the front wheels on there and pick up the back end and slide it forward to get it on there, because Sean's trailer's a little bit narrower than mine. And with those pipe rails on it, I just won't be able to safely get out from underneath that truck without tearing it up. That's not a big deal. That'll be 3 loads there, and then all that's left out here is that great big tractor on the other side of the trees, and then hauling the skid steer and the loader home. I can't haul the skid steer or that tractor without my truck and trailer, because that's just too much weight for a car trailer and a half-ton truck. So I'll have to wait on that, but hopefully my truck will be done today or tomorrow, and then I can come out here and finish this job up. All right, we got everything unloaded, ready to head back out there again. That was a workout, loading all those batteries, a bunch of that other stuff. Some of it I was able to lift off with the loader, but the rest of it I had to do by hand. And when I'm wearing this much clothes, I am way overdressed for this weather. These muck boots here, those are rated for, I think, negative 30 degrees, something like that, some crazy number like that. So when it's 55 degrees outside, my feet are soaking wet inside my boot from sweat. And I've got these overalls on. I'm about to shed the overalls though before I get back on the road. It is just too warm for this. Made it back out here. I'm going to attempt to Tetris everything together to where it fits in one more load. Got the hay rake that I want to keep. I've got this old tin. This is all new tin that was up in the rafters. It doesn't match any of the buildings, so I doubt they're going to want it, so I went ahead and drug it out. I didn't want to scrap it though, because it is new tin. I thought, if nothing else, I'll lay it down on the ground and use it for weed control. There's an old broken pump. I got these iron wheels, and I think that's about it. I think there's 3 more iron wheels out back yet. And I've got those 2 little wheels and that tank there, and then I've got a barrel. So yeah, I think I should be able to get it all in one load. I can throw a little bit of stuff in the back of my truck as well. This old hay rake, like I said, they used to be worth quite a bit of money. Anymore, they're not really worth that much. But they are neat, and this one's all together still, and it's got a metal tongue instead of a wooden tongue, so it won't rot into the ground. So I figured I'll take it out to my place and park it out along the edge of the field for decor. I just like this type of stuff, and you don't see it very often anymore, so this will be a piece here that I actually do keep for myself. Yeah, it fit on there good. I'll be able to wiggle these wheels and whatnot in and around that, and I'll be able to get it all on there for sure. I was a little bit worried how that was going to fit on there, but it fit on there way better than I expected. This little tank here, I've got an old truck cab out of probably the early 20s, I'm guessing. Just one of those old tin ones that all look about the same. Got that and this, and I figured we'd take some iron or something, put it together, come up with some sort of way of putting this together and make it look like an old tanker truck or something like that. I'm going to attempt to put it on at the very back of the trailer. I'm pretty sure it'll fit, and I should be able to get that barrel on there yet too. Oh yeah, perfect fit. These were the ones that were out back. I should be able to stack all of these up here on the front half of the trailer. Then there's 2 over there that have skids on them. Those I'll put at the back, over there in that little opening. And then I've got a little push behind lawnmower leg chopper offer. It's a pretty dangerous looking machine, but it was too neat to scrap, so I saved it over there. And then I've got those 2 tubs of stuff over there, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all in one load. I had completely forgotten about those tubs over there, so it looks like I'm going to have to come back once more anyway. So I guess I don't have to pack it on there quite as heavy as I was going to. Never mind, I think we're going to get it. I put the other one in the back of the truck, then I picked this one up here at this angle like this. I'll just be real careful going over there so I don't drag it off or nothing like that. And I should be able to get this on the trailer, and then I can get that other stuff on top of this. It might be a little bit of a challenge to unload, but that's okay, we'll figure that out later. I'd rather spend an extra 10 minutes unloading it than have to spend 30 minutes coming clear back out, and 30 minutes coming clear back home. Like it was made to fit there. Looking good. Trying to figure out how I got to chain it all down now. That's going to be the only kickers. I got 1 strap, 1 chain, and 1 come along. But I think I can get it all. Every time I think I got it all figured out, I remember something else that I forgot about. I had this whole pile of these rotary hose out back. I wish I had a crescent wrench or something I could take them apart with. Because if I could take these apart, then I know I could fit this whole thing on the load, but I don't think I have anything. I'll check and see, but I kind of think I'm up a creek. Got lucky. It took a little bit of work. I'm a little bit worn out, but I was able to separate these. There was just 2 bolts running through right there on each of these. So I was able to separate the top half from the bottom half. The first one I lugged in there, the whole thing, and that was more than I wanted to lift. So I got to look and I had a big crescent wrench in the truck. So I went ahead and used it to pop the rest of these off. Now I just got to load this old setup here. This make really good jail bar. People buy this sort of stuff. Doesn't bring a lot of money once again, but all this stuff adds up. I'm going to stash it on here somewhere. I'm not sure where I'll put it yet, but it'll fit on here somewhere. Actually, I might just wait on that and put it underneath that Chevy truck. All right, we're all chained down finally, strapped down, ready to go. I got those pieces laying there. I'll gather those up, throw them in the dumpster tomorrow. And I've got that one big piece of pipe over there that didn't make it to either place in the last cleanup. So I brought it over here, and it looks like it's not going to make it home this time either. If I can get over there where you can see it, that great big thing there. I don't know what I'd ever use it for, so probably don't need to bother saving it. I've got room in the dumpster this time, so that's where it's going to go. But it's getting late now. There's no way I'll be able to have time to get this home, unload it, and get back out here, get loaded again, and get back home again. So rather than do that, I'm just going to wait on this truck till tomorrow. I've still got some light fixtures and a few other things I wanted to pull out of this trailer house anyway, so I've got to come back regardless. So I might as well just take care of all that at once. Hopefully my dad can meet me out here and grab the skid steer. Then all I have left is that big tractor, which I can't do nothing with until I get my truck back anyway. Got most of it unloaded. I just got those sheets of tin, those rotary hose, and that mesh on there. And then I just got this rotary hoe in here. I'll load all that in the morning. I want to back the trailer up over there, unhook it, and head home. I'm exhausted today. And I am back once again. It feels like forever since I've recorded anything, because it has been forever. It's been a week since I recorded anything. Last week, a couple of the kids were sick, and then my wife and I weren't feeling real good either. And then we got a freak snowstorm out of nowhere that dumped a ton of snow, and it was freezing cold, below zero. And I was like, you know what? This is a good week to just not work. So we just stayed home the rest of the week. But now it's Monday. I'm back out here again. We're going to get this farm done today. Hooking up to the trailer now. I want to back it up around the corner, finish unloading it real quick, and then we're going to hit the road. I got the loader started. It's warming up. Stacked that iron on the forks. I got my helper with me today. Tell everybody hi.
Hi.
We're going to walk up here. Don't remember everything that's left, but I'm pretty sure all that's left now is this truck, which will slide up on the trailer. And then I've got this bucket. Then after that, all I have left is the skid steer and the loader, and then that big tractor on the other side. My truck still isn't done. It's been 2.5 weeks at this point in time. I'm just assuming it's never going to be done. So I'm going to have to try to hire somebody to haul that tractor for me, and the skid steer, and then the loader, which I know I'm going to have to hire someone for the loader anyway. I don't have anything big enough to haul that, but it's kind of a bummer having to pay somebody to haul that tractor and the skid steer, but oh well, it is what it is. I've got to be done today. Well, that's not gonna work, so I'm not sure what to do now. This is Sean's trailer here, and I forgot this is his narrow trailer. It's extremely narrow, and you can't fit a truck on it. Number one, my truck is so light on the rear end that when I put that truck on the back and try to slide it on, it just picks the back end of my truck up, shoves it forward, and I can't just dump it over the side, because if I just dump it over the side, it's not gonna fit between these pipe rails, and it's just gonna mangle and smash the sides of this truck in. So, I'm kind of in a dilemma. I have to get this truck home today. I don't have anybody to help me today, except for my favorite helper, but she doesn't have a truck and trailer. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go over there in the building and drag out some tires and stack up on the trailer and try to get a little bit of height at least and dump this truck on there. And if I crush the sides of it in, oh well, I'll take it back and smash it. Well, it's on there now. I remember that tractor tire was out back, and I figured that'd be perfect, so I put that on there. As you guys know, I am the king of sketchy loads, so this one's right up there with some of the best ones. But I've got one chain and a come along and one strap, so whatever I can do to make it try to ride home. I can't get that door to close on this thing. I gave up trying to get it closed. I beat on that door handle with a block of wood and everything. I can't get it to. Problem is somebody pushed the button all the way in and it won't come back out, so I have to spray it with some spray. Hopefully I can get it later, but luckily the tailgate stays closed, so if I can just wire that one door closed, run a strap over that iron wheel so it doesn't fall out, put a chain on the front of it first, and that way I can chain that down, and then I could put the come along on the back of it somewhere. Well, I'm trying to get it, but I don't have my cheater bar to snap it down. I hook it any looser, then it's too loose, and I hook it there, and I can't quite get it by hand because it's just rock solid. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna have to hunt around out here, try to find a cheater bar somewhere. Oh, I hate not having my good truck and all my stuff being in my other truck. This is just a nightmare. Makes me want to just wad this thing up. I could fit it in that box with enough work. I can get this truck and everything in it in there, and it's super tempting on days like today. There we go. I got it. It's always a good feeling when you have something really frustrating that doesn't want to cooperate and you finally get it. It feels good. And this is a new way of rolling up my straps. I saw it on Instagram Reels while I was at home the past week. You just kind of coil it up like you kind of saw me do there, and you loop it under and back through, and then you just kind of roll it towards itself, and it tightens itself up, and it's rock solid. And that's not going nowhere. This will flap around in the wind a little bit, but that's not coming unhooked. That's pretty cool. But this thing here is completely out of fuel, so I've got to go get fuel for it. I was hoping to get done with this farm cleanup before it ran out of fuel, but I'm pushing it pretty low, and I still have that tractor I got to dig out of the trees, and I was wanting to do that yet this morning, but I'll have to come back and do that later. So we're going to load up. I think all that's left out here now is the skid steer, and I have a light fixture in that trailer house I want to take down, but I don't have the right tool to take it down. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back, drop it off, unhook the trailer. I still have all those electric motors over there in the barn, so that way I won't have a trailer on when I come back, and I can just back the truck right up in there and load those up, and we can get that tractor out, and then we are done. We made it back, no problem. I'm not going to unchain it right now. I want to get that done. I can unchain this and do all this some other time. I want to get back out there quick, so I'm just going to unhook the trailer and leave this here for now, and shut up front, unload this, grab the fuel can, go get fuel, and get back out there. Normally I just skip lunch and keep going, but probably ought to go ahead and get something to eat today. because I've got the princess with me. Yeah, she's probably getting hungry, so we'll get this unloaded real quick. We're gonna get something to eat, and then we'll head back out there. There we go. Got them all loaded up. There was more there than I thought there was. Whew, now I'm worn out. That's a workout carrying those things. And the last thing we have to do is to get this big old tractor out of here. I got this tree here on this side of it. I'm going to have to take this tree completely out because it's got a tree on this side as well. And this one is growing in front of the axle. This tractor is just scrap. It's been burnt and it's been sitting here getting rained in forever, so I'm sure the engine's junk. The rear end's taken apart, so there's really no good parts on it. It does have a really nice blade on the front of it, but it's not worth saving just for the blade. I'm going to see if I can get the copper radiator out of it, and then I'm going to try to drag it out of here. Well, I'm going to try to drag it out of here first, then get the radiator, then I'm going to try to smash the cab in on it. That's a heavy steel frame though, so I'm probably not going to be able to do what I want to do on it. But if I can get that cab to rip off or smash or something, I think I can put this sideways in a dumpster. Now that's a heavy beast there. I did not expect it to be quite that heavy. I can't pick it up with the loader. I think it's really not that heavy. It's probably about what I was thinking it was. Maybe a tiny bit heavier than what I thought. But the problem is that it's so wide that I can't get a good grip on it with that loader. And you may remember in one of my previous vlogs, this loader here has those forks on it that weren't really made right, and they stick way out far away from the bracket, so I lose 1,000 pounds of lift capacity. And then I just don't have a whole lot of tilt power in this old loader anyway. But we got it out of here. That was the hard part. It took me forever just to get it out of there because it had that tree growing up in front of this tire, and then that other tree up against the ladder on this side. It took me forever to rip that tree out of there. I busted all the limbs off, and then I broke all the roots that I could get with the forks, and then I finally was able to rip it out of the ground. I just had to wiggle it and wiggle it, wiggle it. Got it out of there, but now I don't know how to get it loaded because I can't pick it up. So I'm going to try to find somebody that's got a winch. It's got a heavy duty winch that can come hook onto it and pull it forward, and I can shove the back of it with the loader, and we can shove it up on the trailer and they can haul it in for me. Well, I managed to get the radiator ripped out of it. Popped right out of there actually. What I think we want to do is the guy that's been bringing these dumpsters out and setting them off, he has a trailer and a loader that he hauls his equipment on. So he's going to bring his loader out tomorrow, and he's going to pick that tractor up from one side. I'll pick it up from the other side, and he'll back his trailer underneath it, and we'll set it down, and he can haul it on in for me. But I am done out here. It's kind of sad in a way. Completely done. I'll come back out here one more time to load that tractor, and I won't be back out here again until spring when I come out here to go mushroom hunting. But it's another job well done. Before I leave though, I'm going to fly the drone up and fly it over this property. I flew it over the other property when I first started out there, but I never did fly it over this one before I started, mainly because everything was inside buildings. You wouldn't see it anyway. But kind of give you an idea of the layout of this place from the air. There we go. I grabbed those out of there. Now I'm completely done out here other than that tractor, but I'll put that on a different vlog. That's not going to be on this one. These here are pretty neat. So I'm out here getting ready to leave, packing everything up, and a guy drives in, and he drives up there and he says he farms out in this area, and he knew the people that own this place, and he knows the people that own it now, I guess. And he said he has a bunch of old tractors and some farm equipment and stuff at his place. And he said he's been trying to find somebody that does this type of work that'll come out and just clean it all up. So I thought I was done with farm cleanups for a little while, but it doesn't look like I am. He said he doesn't want to do it right away. He said it'd be closer to spring before he wants to do it. So that'll give me a chance to get back home and get some stuff done there, because I have not been there now in, man, I think almost a month. It's crazy. I've actually only been working on this farm cleanup for about 2 weeks, but because of holidays and snowstorms and windstorms and getting sick and more cold and more snow, I haven't been able to work out here as much as I wanted to. So it's actually turned into about a month period, but only, 2 weeks of actual work. But I'm gonna head back to the yard with this load now, get it unloaded. So I will see you guys there. I'm gonna take this old El Camino out back. Somebody dumped it off outside the gate. I'm not sure where it came from yet, so I'm gonna be careful with it, set it off to the side until I figure out what's going on. I'm sure it was just somebody didn't have time to take it back home or wait on me, so they just unloaded it. They'll come back later and get paid, and that happens quite a bit. Had a couple loads of junk come in too while I was here. Never fails. If I'm here, junk follows me in. But that's okay. Got that all taken care of. Not sure what I'm gonna do now. Pretty well done with that farm. I can't go back out there tomorrow now till about, I think he said he's gonna meet me out there at 5 o'clock. So I don't have any equipment to go back to the yard with, but yeah, can't do anything out there anymore either. So I'll probably just come out here tomorrow and find something to do. But I'm gonna let you all go with that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this farm cleanup. I know I had a ton of fun. I'm sure we're gonna be doing more in the future, so stay tuned for that. Keep checking back. You never know what we're gonna do next. Now that we're done with the farm cleanup, we're gonna move on to something else, and I got a few things I for sure wanna do before spring. But if you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and remember to get out there and find an adventure. We'll see you next time.